What's going on, people? It's Ricardo Francis, aka Ricardo Lifton here. Today I'm going to talk about something that came up in a conversation I had with a friend earlier, not too long ago. I think I was on the phone to her. It was me and my girlfriend on the phone to her, and she said something interesting. She said, "Don't judge me, I'm about to eat." Bear in mind it was 8 p.m. And I was like, "Why would I judge you for eating?" She was like, "Well, because you shouldn't eat past 6 p.m. And I said, "Who told you that? Your stomach doesn't close. Your stomach doesn't have an open and closing time. How you eat should be relative to your activity, your day, and when you sleep. If you're going to sleep at midnight, then there's no point making sure that the last meal you eat is at 6 p.m. because it's a 6 hour window where you're probably going to get hungry. You're probably going to snack to try not to eat a full meal, which is probably more detrimental. You might as well be better off eating a meal, even if it's just protein and veg. So I thought I was going to give you my 5 top tips in basic nutrition, how to eat, things that I follow personally to get my results. And anyone could apply it to their day-to-day eating. So number 1 is to eat in accordance to your activity throughout the day. So when you're busy, when you're rushing around, when you're walking or active, etc., that's when you eat your carbohydrates, your carbohydrate heavy meals. When you're less active, you're about to go to sleep, etc., then you want to eat obviously lower carbohydrates, probably slightly higher fats, and obviously keeping your protein high throughout. So eat around your activity. If you're going to go to sleep at 8 o'clock, then don't eat at 7 o'clock. Maybe then you can follow the 6 p.m. rule, but I say leave it 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed, before you eat your last meal. If you wake up early but you don't feel like eating, you can eat a little bit later, but just try to spread it out throughout the day as well. Number 2, if you are someone who snacks a lot, try to replace snacks with a meal. A meal is more nutritious. You can control how much carbs you have in your meals. It's less likely to be sugary, and then you're going to get that extra protein and vegetables in there to hit your micronutrients and recover adequately. If you're snacking, you're probably going to pick up sugary snacks, etc. So if you're someone who snacks often, then you probably should replace it with a meal. So if you eat 3 meals and you snack probably a few times a day, then just have 4 meals and see how you probably snack less, or if not at all. But just minimalize snacking and maximize your meals essentially. Number 3, something I like to do is when you're cooking food, make sure you've eaten just before you're about to cook. Don't wait until you're hungry to cook food. That's probably the worst time to cook, if you're hungry, because you might pick at the food, or by the time you have actually eaten, your hunger's probably passed. You're probably filled up with gas. You're no longer that hungry, or you still are hungry, but by the time you eat, you're bloated. It kind of defeats the purpose. So eat just before you're about to cook. And then when you cook, you're in preparation ahead of time, so you know what you're going to eat later on. Number 4, kind of similar, don't go food shopping hungry. Never go food shopping hungry. What I like to do is eat just before I leave my house to go food shopping. That way I make sure that I'm not buying crap. When you're hungry and you're going food shopping, you're more likely to pick up rubbish. Let's be serious. It happens all the time. If you used to ever go to shops hungry, you're probably going to pick up all the junk, the chocolate, the crisps, the sweets, anything, just because you're hungry. You take away that hunger factor and you're following the list. You know what you're eating, you stick by your list, you're prepared, and you don't have to worry about what your stomach's telling you and what you're craving, but just what is on your shopping list, and you're more likely to adhere to that. So never go to the shops hungry. And number 5, and this is one that's really, really important, eat before you're hungry. Don't wait until you're hungry to eat. Now people are like, what do you mean? But if I'm not hungry, why am I eating? Well, that's kind of the point. Hunger is an indicator that you need food, and that's at the point you need it. So if you eat before that point, then you've never gotten to a stage where you need it, because you've always had it, if that makes any sense. It might sound a little bit complicated, but pretty much you kind of know, and throughout the day, if you spread it out evenly, you'll pretty much know when you're going to get hungry. So just before that point, make sure you eat food, and that way you don't get to that hunger stage, because by the time you're hungry, it's too late. Normally by that time you're hungry, you're looking for food anywhere, you grab anything, you get bloated. So if you prepare ahead of time, you eat before you even get hungry, you're probably going to manage the portion sizes, so you know what you're eating, how much you're eating. You're not going to get to that hunger point where you pick up anything, grab anything. You don't get that bloated gas feeling, and you're one step ahead. So you're eating throughout. You don't go for what you crave, you go for what's in front of you. That's why I say prepare ahead of time and eat before you get hungry. So that's my top 5 tips. I hope that was 5. Hope this was a little bit insightful. Hope this kind of helps you to kind of take a new approach to how you eat, how you plan to eat, to gain your goals, really. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, if you like this kind of content, or if you want to see anything similar, or there's anything in particular that you want to know as well. And make sure you share this video with at least one friend. If everyone was to share with at least one friend, the channel will grow, and I'll be happy. Anyway, take care. That's me. I'm out. Peace.